episode 37 from my cyber spaceship. The full live show, like the concert part, starts in 30 minutes. So you can skip ahead to that if you're watching this as a recording and you're just here to see the show. As you can see, there are some new backgrounds here. I'm testing out some new background removal shit. Like this is what it looks like right now. This is me right here, right now. But then I'm using some modern machine learning system real-time stuff to kind of try and remove everything in real time. So we're gonna test that for tonight. That means that I'm a bit glitchy if I'm disappearing a bit, and also the microphone boom here is kind of screwing up with the AI a bit, so that's why it sometimes glitches a bit in front of my face. I'm gonna just test stuff tonight, and then I'm gonna see like how can I use this in a better way next time. I felt like maybe this room is pretty nice, except for this microphone boom. So maybe here, this is a bit better. If you want to participate here, join me on Zoom. I'm going to post a link to that. Thomas is already there. Hang on. There you go. I just posted a link to Zoom in the comments. If you click that link and you have Zoom installed, you can participate with your webcam, and you're going to show up here on the background screens and in some of the songs. Of course, if you're watching this as a recording, that does not work. Tuatla, good evening. Lars, good evening. Thomas, good evening. And Bastian, guten Abend. I had prepared some notes. Let me bring up my notes there for what I was gonna talk about in the Hangout and warm-up. You're always on a train, Thomas. I'm kind of shocked to see you in a real house. I thought you were like constantly living in trains and that you never actually ever stepped outside of the train. But I'm very happy to see you have your feet on the ground for a moment. And there's Tu also. Hello, Tu. Glad to see you on Zoom. Perfect. Okay, so my talking points that I was gonna speak about for tonight, like the background removal stuff, it's a bit glitchy. I'm gonna show you. It's gonna be nicer when I'm using it in some of the songs, because the microphone. I'm gonna show you now. If I take the microphone away, it's a bit better. I think it gets a bit confused because there's some kind of mechanical thing moving into me, and it is not quite yet ready for cybernetic appendages. So for tonight, I'm going to show you a photo from a new drawing from Pierre. I will talk about new silent film plans for next year. We're gonna take a look at what I did 1 month ago. The reason there was no live stream last month was because I was performing at a festival. And I will talk some about the presentations I've had over the last few months. Good evening, Mikkel. Good to see you. And some words about studio upgrades. And the next live stream is going to be on March 28th. I'm going to post a comment about that, so it's stuck for a while. So the next live stream is going to be March 28th. That is in exactly 1 month. And my goal now with the new songs, I will test a lot of new songs for tonight. And my goal is to finish a bunch of tracks for an upcoming extended edition album of Retrotopia that will be released on May the 2nd. And then we have a live show in Bergen on May the 3rd. there's a link to the tickets now for the show in Bergen. I also was gonna mention, you guys, like, I suppose there won't be a lot of people in the live stream tonight because, you know, there are 7 planets tonight aligning in the sky. I suppose in the northern hemisphere. I wonder, could you see that in the southern hemisphere also? I actually don't know. But that means that this happens very rarely. The next one is in like 20 years or so. So tonight you can see almost all of the other planets at the same time by just looking out into the sky, or as probably most people do, watching it live on YouTube. You just have to Google it. I'm gonna post like what you should Google. Just Google that, Planetary Parade, live stream or something, and you will see there's a telescope somewhere in Italy that is showing you all of the planets at the same time as they are assembled in the sky above us. So you can watch all of my live stream because it's gonna last all night and probably for a few days. But that's it's very cool, it's very rare, and I thought if I were an alien, this would be the perfect moment to kind of shoot the outermost planet very hard with something like a big shotgun or something, and that hits the outermost planet, and that kind of boom, 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 hits all of the planets, and then we only have... Do we have 8 or 9 planets? Is Pluto a planet? Or did it get back as a planet? Or anyway, that's an easy way to kind of reduce all of the planets. You just have to shoot the outermost. Yes, it's thick fog all over Norway, everywhere. It's been foggy for the whole week. That's my feeling. Let's go here. I gotta get kind of like freaked out by all of that glitching with the AI. So I'm gonna step in and out a bit between all of the different effects. So Pluto is an X planet. Okay. Feel sorry for Pluto there. Hey Renzo, hi, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Oh Lars, you're going on a cruise. Where are you going? Alright, let's, while you guys are typing in your comments and probably looking at planets in the sky, I'm gonna talk a little bit about some minor upgrades I did to the studio. Here is a photo. I'm gonna go one back. No, that's an okay photo of the studio. So that's where I'm standing right now. So there are two new updates to the studio. Gonna move the mic over here. There's this little thing over here. Let's go back. Okay, just to show you what that is. It's an X-Squeeze. It's a MPE controller, like a polyphonic touch expression controller. And I'm starting to experimenting with these instruments now. Oh, some of these songs in the background, I should put out the ones with vocals in them. Let me just skip that one.
Each fabric she made.
Okay. So, and that is currently, you can see it here down to the left.
I'm the voice of Beam.
Oh my god, I have too many songs with voiceovers.
A voice made from a collection of voiceovers.
I note to self, I have to put them out of the background music playlist. And I also have this one, which is a Hawken controller. And here I have put up a camera up there so you can see it more better when I play that. That is a touch controller with a sliding area. So I can slide my fingers and it has a polyphonic touch expression. So it's probably better if I stand like that, but I see myself on that screen over there. So I might test this out for tonight for one of the songs over there. But I haven't had time to kind of rehearse properly and get to know it very well. I'm just quickly going to show you some of the textures it can make. So it is very sensitive, it's very expressive, and I'm very much looking forward to work with it, but I simply haven't had time to do much else than kind of like just figure out how it works and start thinking about it. If I kind of feel like it, I can bring it into the mix tonight. It's ready there to play. So if you see me kind of, let's go back to, if I suddenly turn over here to the, if you see me playing like this, that is the multipolyphonic expression controller. I haven't had time to rehearse that, but hopefully for the next live stream, that will be more included in what I'm doing. So what else has happened since last time? I've done quite a lot of presentations. You remember back in November, I did a presentation on artificial intelligence, music and art, the problems, challenges and possibilities of working with machine learning and music and art. This has been quite a popular talk. So I've done it like 5 or 6 times now for different festivals and conferences. And so I did that in Tromsø a few 1 month ago. I also did masterclass on music for silent films. That was a 2-hour session where I go through how I work with music for silent films, and some good news about that because I'm gonna do another silent film. We are currently in the work of funding and raising finances for that, and we haven't quite managed to secure the next film yet. We haven't found a physical copy of it. It's quite rare. But as soon as that is found, I can announce it, and we probably will also start looking for a premiere date. And when I was in Tromsø, I also visited Backbeat, which is the local vinyl store, and there they have my vinyl for sale. So if you are in Tromsø, go to Backbeat and pick up a copy of Retrotopia. Show starts in no. There, I have this countdown there because there are so many people that arrive and think it's a concert, and I have to kind of show on screen that no, it's still 15 minutes until the music starts. I will check in with your lovely comments. Tesla Fun, hello. Oh, good comment on the expanse, Mikkel. The Danish boat. Lars, have a great trip. Yes, Bastian, my electric violin is still here. It's a good question. Let's check that it's actually working. Yep, it's hidden behind it's probably easier to see here. In the old Japanese Gojira movies, there's a Planet X, Cillians. I'm quite sure they are behind this planetary phenomenon. Sinus, good evening. All right, and I will show you some pictures from our concerts in Tromsø. So this is what the venue. I will show a video of this later. I will just like talk through it right now for you guys at the warm up. So this is the venue in Tromsø 3 weeks ago. This is what it looked like when we arrived, and here we are starting to build the stage, and here it is finished like 1 day later. I'm gonna show you more close-ups of that later. Here's some details from the stage. There's a lot of computers and there's a lot of cameras pointing in different directions. Some of them towards us as musicians on the stage, and some of them towards the audience. I'm going to show you here. There's a picture. Here you see there's some people in the front there with the raised arm, and on the screen you can see them. They are then being inserted on big iPads hanging in a post-apocalyptic landscape. So this is what it looks like when we start performing. Here's just some stills from that, and I will just repeat what I keep telling you, like that I'm working, my visuals are made for very large screen formats. And here I'm going to zoom in a bit, and you see the pixels that I talk about, they disappear on YouTube because of the compression algorithm kind of squashes everything together. But when we perform live, you can kind of see every single pixel on the screen. And I'm kind of fascinated about this 90s dithering 16-bit video game aesthetic look that works very well on a stage, but not so great on YouTube. So here are some different angles of the show in Tromsø. There's a lot of photos of us with raised arms and shouty like kind of expressions, so it looks like we are quite animated live, and I don't understand why we often have like I feel like my arms are always doing something. It's very rare that I do like this, but clearly I do it quite a lot because we have a lot of photos of that. Alright, let's go back here and check in with your comments. There's no comments since last, so I will just keep talking. The most interesting, or not the most interesting, but one interesting fact of the Retrotopia, this show, like all this madness here on this stage, that packed down into these 6 suitcases and a violin. And that's quite a hassle to travel with. So I'm going to tell you, I will do one more concert. We're going to play in Bergen in May with this production. And that's going to be the last concert with Retrotopia. Unless somebody pays me fuck tons of money so I can hire like a lorry team to transport everything for me. And also, I wanted to share this with you. I got a drawing from Pierre. He shows up every second or third live stream or so maybe he'll catch this one later. But he sends me these drawings every now and then, and here's a reference that we should not forget in these days with a lot of machine learning and generative AI. Who is feeding these machines? And that is us artists. Mikkel, the lack of comments is due to my interesting slides. That's very polite of you, Mikkel. I'm quite sure you're all watching planets in the sky live streams and you're kind of like just politely checking in here every now and then. Petra, good evening, and skål with your champagne. That's such a lovely ritual. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. The problem with Trondheim is that there's no venues that wants to show it. So even if you pick up all the stuff, you don't have anywhere to show it. Okay. Oh, I also did one more thing that I forgot to show you. Here, I did a presentation on, like in English, it would be something like the new economy of musical artists, like all of the new possibilities for artists. And there I felt like, because it's so weird that I'm talking to people because I feel like I'm so old, like I should be, I'm a mummy. And but it's still, like, it's been 25 years since I started, and having me to talk about new economy models of the music industry is quite weird. But well, anyway, I did that. That was super interesting. And if you want to see the whole thing, it's available on my Patreon. Bumping into things here. Lionel, good evening. Thanks for checking in the middle of work. And Peo also, hello, good evening. Yes, early spring, or we were just talking about, like, it's been so foggy. Or for me, this week has been super foggy the whole week. I think I saw the sun for half an hour. Oh, and I remember, Mikkel, you spoke about CDs. Now there is a store in Norway that carries my CD. That is Big Dipper. I'm going to post their name here. Big Dipper is a vinyl and music store in Oslo, and they have all of my vinyl, which, by the way, you can... Oh, God, whoa! The AI is so clever that it does not remove my vinyl, but let's look at it here. If you want to buy vinyl from me, you can buy it also from me. This is a purple vinyl of Retrotopia, the latest album. There's a link to my store where you can buy it directly from me. But also some people have been asking for CDs, and now they are available from Big Dipper. I probably won't ship them myself because I feel like that's a lot of packaging and stuff. And also Big Dipper has a system for it, so I'm handing over my CDs to them and they can send it. I'm quite sure they ship internationally. If not, send me an email. Where we are using artificial intelligence to cryo shift our EPUs in real time. Our groundbreaking... It's quite a lovely collection of people we have on Zoom here. If anybody else wants to join, I'm gonna post a link again to the Zoom since we're starting in 5 minutes. If you want to join with your webcam on Zoom. There's a, I think one of these has a bigger screen. There you go. There, like this. Brian from Scotland. Hey, great to hear from you. Chris, have a lovely date tonight. Yes, Petra, I can see your dog on Zoom over there. He looks very close to the glass. Be careful so he doesn't sip too much champagne. So what else was I gonna say? Like, we talked about the planets. There's a concert in Bergen on May the 3rd. The new album is coming then on the day before. Next live stream is on March 28th. New instruments, some studio upgrades, presentations, photos report, the PR photo. Oh, silent film. Oh, I mentioned that. So that's everything for tonight. In a few minutes I'm gonna start. It's gonna be quite a lot of new music tonight. And I'm testing out both new music and new instruments, and for some of these new songs I don't have like a clear plan of what am I actually going to musically do there, so I'm just going to test out different things. That's why I've set up all of these different instruments. So tonight is going to be quite a lot of improvisation. Oh, and I haven't, I won't do an advertisement for Patreon tonight, but I will do it right now in case I know that most people who watch these live streams watch them as a recording, so I'm just going to point out that I do have a Patreon. Well, I don't have a shortcut link for it. And if you know what Patreon is and you'd like to support or follow my work more closely with lots of behind the scenes and regular music posts, you can join my Patreon on patreon.com/Ugress. Michael P, hello, good evening. Great to see you also. So I'm just gonna check that everything is up and running. Hello to your son, Toatla, and good night. He has to go to bed now at 8 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken from your earlier comment. Bruno Ayabi, hey, good to see you also. So we're about to start in a few minutes, and as you know, once I start playing songs, I jump quite quickly from one song to another. I will try and stop once or twice to catch up with comments, but if you have any questions or comments or observations or something that requires my attention, I might see it or I might not, but then I'll see it tomorrow when I review the video and take notes for myself. I enjoy a lot to read through your comments the next day. That's one of my rewards for doing these live streams. It's so much fun to read your comments one day later. And there's the Gaborski also. Good evening, Professor. So we're starting in 2 minutes. And if you think there's an unnatural amount of applause tonight, that is correct. Because I have the applause button over here. So I only press that when a song is finished. But I discovered a bit too late tonight that when I swap between scenes, this button here also, it's mapped to the same MIDI command, so it's triggering the applause whenever I change themes, which is quite fun for me. I've had quite a lovely warm-up tonight, because whenever I change, people are so happy just me pressing a button. So I'm having quite a lot of fun for myself in the studio. Oh, Fubuki, that is a request. Oh my god, I think I've never played Fubuki in the live streams, or did I? No, but noted, Fubuki, that would be great to play it. I don't think it's ever been released. I think there's some samples in that we couldn't clear. Speaker time. Cheers, Michael. Skål. My caps keeps bumping into the microphone. Natural amount of applause. That sounds reasonable, true. Okay, it's time. Hello and welcome to Ugress TV episode 37. And for tonight, you can join me on Zoom if you'd like, as these lovely people already have up here. You can click this link to Zoom that I posted in the comments and participate with your webcam in the background. The sound will of course come from YouTube. So for tonight, there's going to be a lot of new music. I will test out a bunch of new songs. I'm also going to test out a lot of new graphics, and specifically, I'm going to test out characters, because I'm working on integrating moving characters into my visuals and have them reacting to the rhythm in real time. I will also show you a video report from our concert in Tromsø. And I will talk a bit about upcoming concerts in 2025 and plans for the spring. The next live stream, I'm going to point this out to you already now, is in exactly 1 month on Friday, March 28th. And also for that one, I'm quite sure I won't have to kind of postpone it. I had to postpone this one for 1 week. Gonna turn down the background music now since we have started. Erenso, good night. I hope you can catch this recording later. Nice to have you with us for a few moments. So let's just get started with music and play Spider-Man theme as a warm-up, because that's a song that I should know pretty well, and it's been a while since we played it. So let's start with one of the biggest classics. So that was Spider-Man theme from 2002, and we're gonna just zoom right along into the first new song of tonight, and this track has the working title, Content Warning, No Content. That's actually the title of the song. Oh, and here I'm now testing out this new, let's just go there, background removal. It's machine learning that's removing the background behind me. It's a bit glitchy, but I'm working on kind of like integrating the aesthetic of those glitches into the visuals themselves. Let's see how that goes. Alright, thanks. That song is called Content Warning, No Content. And I'm moving on to the next work in progress. I will play that one and then I will check in with your beautiful comments. This next one is called Agit Spirals.
Agit Spirals. Flicker. Giving birth to a new son of ideas. It is said that these spirals could link every worker to the dream of tomorrow. When the Agit spiral heats up, living slogans and visions of a robust future glide across the walls. Only charred fragments of the spirals remain in the archive. Their revolutionary voice, long extinguished. When the Agit spiral heats up, living slogans and visions of a robust future glide across the walls. Only charred fragments of the spirals remain in the archive. Their revolutionary voice, long extinguished.
Thank you. That was Agit Spirals, a Soviet constructorist, futurist piece of experiment. Thanks a lot for all your wonderful yellow applause, beautiful applause things. I'm gonna check in with your comments. Alita, Asimov, and Metropolis vibes. That's pretty well. That's a very good summarize of that one. Early Asimov. That's also a good reference. Thanks. All right, I will go here because that's easier to see what I'm gonna show you next. And that is, I will give you a report from our performance in Tromsø a few weeks ago. We played at TIFF, the Tromsø International Film Festival. We were at the closing party, and I'm gonna show you a video report from our concert, or the making of that concert in Tromsø. I'll make the screen bigger. I think it's that button. Yes. Hello, where are you? Hello, I'm here at the Kulturhuset in Tromsø, and this is the stage for Retrotopia concert starting in a few minutes. I'm gonna show you the stage and backstage, and I'm gonna let voiceover take over from here. Cool, let's go backstage first. So here we are backstage. Hello. Hello. Is it fun? This is so much fun backstage. So now I'm going to show you the way to, this is our backstage. It's always full of mirrors, and now I'm going to head onto stage. It is, oh, look at that. Whoa. Whoa. They even gave us ice. Well, suddenly we have upscaled. Okay, so this is the way to stage. I go out here. Open this door. There's the bass sub thing. Stage is over there, and now I have to find a curtain here. It's always a bit difficult, but it's there. So here's the... And here I stop talking to myself because it's a bit embarrassing since there's already a bit audience in the room. And here I'm just walking over to the front of house. These are the technicians, sound and light. So this is what the stage looked like when we arrived, and you can see the two side screens are missing. And this is what it looks like one day later when everything is set up and prepared. Here the pre-show installation is running, and I'm gonna step onto stage to show you what it looks like up close. The table at the middle here where this technician is working is where the band after us is setting up their stuff. So it's gonna be there during the show, but covered with black fabric. And here's then my setup with my 4 brain computers doing stuff, sending out signals to all the other computers. And this is my MIDI controllers, the violin. And it's a bit weird to have the audience higher than us, but it worked out okay. Here's the drum setup and my altar computer where I perform one of the songs. And there are tons of screens showing static or surveillance camera, showing a live feed from the venue. I'll show you a bit longer segment later with details of the setup. For now I just have to kind of like a bit more like that. Yes, perfect. I had a little bit of time off while in Tromsø. Okay, that's enough for the video report. If you want to see the whole thing, you can sign up for my Patreon. I just wanted to show you like what the stage looks like and how we're building it. Because the next point, I'm gonna go here, is that we are playing in Bergen on, and that will be the last production of this scope for Retrotopia. As you see here, I showed you at the start. If I'm gonna go back there and big screen here, I'm working with like a triptych projection of having 3 screens, like we have a center and 2 vertical screens on the side. So it's a massive production with a lot of screens, tablets, cameras, computers and everything on stage. We will do this in a special extended director's cut version at Røkkeriet USF in Bergen on the 3rd of May in 2025. I'm going to post a link to the comments right now. No, sorry. I'm going to post a link in the comments to the tickets. if you want to go and see it, don't miss this because it's going to be a once in a lifetime opportunity of seeing this madness on a stage. And now I will follow up some fantastic comments here. There was a masterpiece comment by Michael. I'm gonna. I really like that one. From now on, all of my works are masterpieces. And there's also a question from. Oh, hang on. I thought it scrolled by me there. Olivier asked, how did you make the remote control labyrinth from Planet U? That's a good question. I don't remember, but it was very complicated. I spent a lot of time building it, and I think it was, no, I can't remember. It's a lot of different TV sounds that are I built them on a very long timeline, and it was a lot of editing, actually. So it's manually done. It's not there's not an app or a plugin or whatever. I just did it manually by arranging all of the sound snippets in the arrange. In the arrange is like the how audio is flowing in the music apps. And thanks a lot for a very long Cyrillic question or commenter. I'm gonna translate it tomorrow. I won't have time to translate it right now, but thanks a lot for posting it. Xcopy. Oh, everybody caught up on Xcopy. Yes, I only used it for copying software that I already purchased. I made backup copies of that. That's the only thing I used Xcopy for. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next track, which is yet another new song. This next one is Cnidaria Embrace. Thank you. That was Cnidaria Embrace. I'm gonna load the next song, so let's have some more applause. Just check in with the comments there. There was a question that passed me by. What's the forum from Olivier? I'm sorry, I don't understand what you mean with the forum. Do you mean the app, Logic Pro? Or if you meant something else, please let me know. Creepy Mannequins. Yes, that's probably a better title for this song. And then Cnidaria Embrace. There is no connection between the visuals, the song, and the title. All right, thanks for your compliments and your encouraging comments. That's very lovely. I'm going to move on to the next track, which is Radio Aurora.
From the ruins of time, this is Aurora Radio. We report from inside the ghost library of lost memories. There is a book where every page is a mirror. Every mirror is a book. In this labyrinth of stories, in this spiral of memories, every shadow is a future. And for every turn, splits in two. And for every split, the mirror turns.
Haha. So that's new. When I press stop on this computer, that didn't used to happen before. When I pressed the applause and I pressed stop, the applause kept going. Huh, interesting. Learned something new today. And also, obviously, I am moving extremely fast through everything tonight. We are already almost we are at the last song for tonight. But before that, I am just gonna remind you that I actually have a vinyl store. Take a look here. I am selling vinyl from my own store. In case you weren't conscious about this, I'm gonna post a link to it right now. There you go. If you want to buy vinyl directly from me, you can buy it there. There's also there these two, Echophonica, which is only available on vinyl. It is the best of Ugress from the first 10 years of my career and then the next 10 years of my career. So if you want to have all of the hits on 2 albums, go and grab them right now from my vinyl store. And we are at the final track of the night. Like, my God, 2025. I am so fast that this year is probably going to end by the end of next week. I will have finished with this year. Right now, I'm going to finish this wonderful concert with you guys. Thanks for coming with Your Monster Is Me from 2016. And then I will kind of review all of the new songs I've tested out, finish them, prepare them for release, and work on the next live stream, which is going to happen in exactly 1 month. So I see you then. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me, and have a wonderful weekend and enjoy the planetary parade.